Welcome to my new series where I dive deep into the style choices of iconic figures, both fictional and real. And who better to start with than one of the most talked about characters in TV history, and one of my personal favorites, Carrie Bradshaw. Love her or hate her, Carrie gives us plenty to unpack, whether it's her fashion choices or her questionable dating choices. But in this series, I'm zeroing in on what might be her most iconic fashion element, her shoes. Carrie's shoe collection is nothing short of legendary, which makes her the perfect starting point for the series. And as she herself said it before,
Men I may not know, but shoes I know.
in each video, I'll go through every shoe Carrie wears on screen, at least every one I can identify as long as the shot is not too far away or too blurry. I'll include outfit context and style analysis. At the end of each episode, I'll rank my top 3 shoes of the season and share a shopping guide I've created with similar styles, so you can start curating your own version of Carrie's iconic collection. Let's get into it. Season 1 is one of the shortest seasons of the show. It only has 12 episodes, so it was much easier to spot her shoes. This season was filmed in the late 90s, so a lot of the fashion is influenced by that era. Although a lot of us came to know Carrie as a woman who isn't afraid to take risks when it comes to fashion, her early looks on the show are what I would consider more sober and minimalist in comparison to her style in later seasons. In Season 1, Carrie seems to be growing into her style. It's something we notice as the episodes go by. She started the season wearing black and gray, but ended it wearing white, blue, and bright red. It was obvious that by episode 12, the costume design department knew exactly how to dress Carrie Bradshaw. Episode 1. We hear Carrie before we see her. Her narration is our first introduction to this beloved character, even though the first people we see are merely background characters in her story. We then see the back of Carrie's head on the next shot, but still not the full Carrie or her shoes. She is then seen writing in her apartment and narrates this iconic line.
There are thousands, maybe tens of thousands of women like this in the city. We all know them, and we all agree they're great. They travel, they pay taxes, they'll spend $400 on a pair of Manolo Blahnik strappy sandals. And they're alone.
The first time on the show that we get a proper glimpse at Carrie's shoes, they're forgotten on the floor, as she is not wearing them because she is busy making the same mistake she made when she was 26 and 29 and 31. The shoes then make an appearance on Carrie's feet now, when she bumps into Mr. Big on the street. Here we can get a proper look at these shoes. They're black leather pumps with an ankle strap. The heel isn't very thin nor very high. They're just comfortable enough for her to walk around the city without needing to sit down every 20 minutes. I dug up information, and it seems that these particular shoes were Manolos, which doesn't surprise me, as the brand makes several appearances throughout the series, and it's appropriate to have Carrie wear Manolos in the first episode since that's one of her favorite brands. The next time we see Carrie's shoes in this episode is when she's at home talking to Charlotte on the phone. Carrie is in bed, as she is seen taking off her shoes, which seem to be simple loafers. Which again, I'm not surprised, as her previous scene was of her having coffee with Skipper. Her overall outfit is casual, and the loafers fit perfectly into this situation. The last time we see Carrie in this episode is when she's out with Samantha at a party, but we only see her shoes when she's arriving home after Big drops her off. Since it is quite dark at night, and this was a very quick shot, we don't get a proper look at her shoes, but it looks like she's wearing sandals that have an ankle strap. Episode 2. The first time we see Carrie's shoes in this episode, she is having dinner with her friends at her apartment. Carrie is wearing a sporty/laid-back outfit, which reflects her footwear choice. She's wearing red sneakers, as if she just came back from a quick run. The next time we see Carrie, she is at her friend Barky's art studio/apartment and later goes for a walk with Skipper. Although she's wearing a casual outfit, her choice of footwear really elevate her overall look. She is wearing leopard print mules, and they're an interesting contrast of her light blue sweater, but a wonderful addition to her fur coat and red bag that we see later on when she's outside with Skipper. The last time we see Carrie with a new outfit in this episode is when she's at a fashion show, so very Carrie of her. She's wearing a black strapless dress and a thin silver necklace. Side note, this is hands down my all-time favorite Carrie outfit. It's so simple and also very chic. Since it's very dark when she's outside, it's hard to get a good glimpse of her shoes. But taking into account the few angles I was able to catch, and knowing how often she reuses shoes during the season, I think it's safe to say that right now she is wearing these mules, the Catalano Gold Vintage Vinyl Plastic Rhinestone Details mules. And if you think you recognize them from somewhere else, you're right. These mules will make many appearances along the series. So much so that they can be considered a staple in Carrie's closet. We later see Carrie at a simple restaurant, wearing a casual outfit again. Unfortunately, we don't see her shoes though. Episode 3. In this episode, it takes us a little longer to get a proper view of Carrie's shoes. She has several scenes and outfits, but we don't get to see her shoes in any of them. We only see what shoes she has on when she's at home talking to Miranda, which are bright red clogs. She is wearing the same outfit she was wearing in the previous scene while she was walking around with Stanford, so it's safe to assume these are the shoes she had on during that scene. Her outfit is casual and simple, a light cream top and black pants. The addition of a bright red shoe brings more excitement to the outfit. We then see her in several scenes and outfit changes that don't show her shoes. We only see her shoes again when she's on a movie date with Sean, where she's wearing white sneakers paired with a gray pantsuit, a great mix of casual, sophistication, and chic. She is seen again with Sean, now walking in a park. Her outfit is less dressy and more casual, typical for a casual walk, showing how much more comfortable she is around him. During this scene, she's wearing what appears to be wedge heel sandals. Also, a great choice for walking around the park, as this type of heel is comfortable enough for a walk. Plus, the ones she has on don't appear to be too high, thus bringing more comfort to whoever's wearing them. Along the episode, Carrie has another scene and outfit change, but we don't get to see her shoes. The last time we see Carrie during the episode is when she is going to the movies with the girls. Her outfit is much more casual in comparison to when she went to the movies earlier on the episode with Sean, which shows the amount of effort she put in to dress up for a date, while knowing that when she's with her girls she can relax and just wear whatever she feels like it. Here we get a quick glimpse of her shoes, which are black strappy sandals that look like a platform heel, very typical 90s shoe. Episode 4. In this episode, it takes us even longer to see Carrie's shoes. She has many scenes and outfit changes before we get to see her shoes. We only get a good look at them when she arrives at her date with Mr. Big. She is wearing a blue dress and blue open-toe mules. Although her outfit is monochrome, she complements it with other colors by adding her multi-tone brown fur coat and red bag to her overall look. At a later scene, we luckily get a proper look at her shoes. The next day, Carrie is seen looking at shoes at a store window, but those don't really count. Episode 5. Episode 5 starts with Carrie and Samantha getting denied entry at a restaurant. They get frustrated and leave. As they step out, we get to see Carrie's full outfit. She's wearing a cobalt blue dress, red bag, gray coat, and the iconic leopard print Jimmy Choo sandals. Side note, these are also the shoes she was wearing when they filmed the opening credits scene of the series, and she will wear them many times throughout the series. And for those interested, you'll be happy to know that in 2025, Jimmy Choo launched an archive collection that includes this very own style, so you can easily add them to your own shoe collection if you want to. Back to Carrie. After that disastrous lunch, she went back to doing what she loves, buying shoes that she can't afford. Here, we also get a proper view of the shoes she's buying. She's getting a pair of Dolce & Gabbana heels with feather embellishments. We later see Carrie at home, casually playing cards with the girls. We get a glimpse at her shoes, and she's wearing white sneakers. Since this is a fairly quick shot, and given that this was only the first season before the show reached its peak of success, and thus assuming the budget was much stricter, I assume these are the same pair of white sneakers she was wearing on the last episode while she was on a date with Sean. Later on in the episode, as we see Carrie going out to meet Amelita, we see her spotting the same D&G shoes that she bought earlier in the episode while wearing a long silver dress, a gray coat, and a black bag. We later get this amazing shoe shot of another iconic pair of Jimmy Choo, which was also re-released this year, along with the leopard print sandals. This shoe will also make an appearance later on, as many people connect these shoes to a very memorable scene Carrie had in Season 3. However, this was the first time these shoes made an appearance. Carrie is seen talking to Skipper in her apartment as she dresses up to go out. She's wearing simple house slippers here. We see other scenes of hers throughout the episode and outfit changes, but unfortunately, we don't get a proper look at any of her shoes. Episode 6. The episode starts with Carrie having a photo shoot for her iconic bust picture to advertise her column. Here we get a quick look at her shoes, and she's wearing the same Catalano gold vintage vinyl plastic rhinestone details mules. Later on, Carrie is going on a date with Mr. Big, and she's wearing the naked dress, a nude-colored dress with see-through straps. She completes the outfit with what appear to be also nude strappy sandals, her trusted fur coat, and a gold bag. The sandals blend in with the dress, and the coat and bag bring in a unique contrast to the outfit. We later see Carrie buying furniture with Mike after she had walked around the park with Miranda. Here, we get to look at her shoes, and she's wearing the same red clogs previously seen in episode 3. We then see her shoes again while she's walking around town with Mr. Big. She's wearing a casual outfit with a mix of neutral and bright tones, such as black, gray, and blue. She brought more color into her outfit by adding a pair of red New Balance sneakers, a red and purple scarf, and a multicolored bag. Later on in the episode, in her final scene, we see Carrie going to Mr. Big's apartment. She's wearing black open-toe heeled mules. Along with them, she's wearing a black skirt, a purple long-sleeve top, and the same blue coat we saw her wear earlier during her day out with Big. This is a semi-casual outfit, dressy enough for her to go out to a fancy restaurant with if they felt like it, but also casual enough to go to the movies if they also felt like it. But in the end, they made up and stayed at his place. Episode 7. Carrie is over the moon while dating Big. So much so that she forgot her friends exist. Also typical Carrie. So the first time we see her shoes during this episode is when she's at a dinner with the girls after she finally remembers there are other people in New York outside of Big. For this dinner, she's wearing a bodycon cobalt blue dress and red open-toe mules. These might be one of my absolutely favorite Carrie shoes, and they'll make many appearances. Although sources differ, I believe these are the same Isaac Mizrahi open-toe mules as seen in this article, and they will later show up in other seasons. Other sources, such as the Instagram account at Carrie Bradshaw's _outfits, have claimed that they are Dolce & Gabbana. I can't find any other information on this mystery, so I'll leave it at that for now. Also, of course, she finds out that Big is seeing other women during this dinner. It's Big after all. Back to the point, during the episode, we see Carrie spotting the same red mules again as she arrives home after getting drinks with Stanford. Finally, at the end of the episode, we get a small glimpse of Carrie's shoes while she's at the park waiting for Big after their date went sour. It's dark and it's a quick shot, but it appears that she's wearing silver strappy sandals or strappy mules, which complement her outfit perfectly, as she's wearing a long silver dress. Episode 8. Episode 8 also takes a while to show us her shoes. When it does, she is walking around with Charlotte after getting some coffee, and she's spotting a pair of black open-toe mules, which I assume to be the same one seen in episode 6. She's wearing gray tailored Bermuda pants, a light blue lace top, a dark blue coat, and a black bag. The colors of the outfit complement each other, and the shoe fits in perfectly with the casual chic vibe of the outfit. She is later seen at Big's apartment, wearing what appears to be Mary Jane's shoes with socks. We don't get a full look at her outfit. We only see the simple white top and what appears to be plain jeans, so I assume her outfit is fairly casual. We later see Carrie again, spotting the same shoes and socks combo. This time her outfit gives a much more smart casual vibe, as she is in Big's ex-wife's office, trying to pass it off as a business venture for a book idea that she has, all because she wants to stalk this woman, so she dressed well for the occasion. She's wearing a black skirt, a cream long-sleeve top, a beautiful fuchsia coat, and a black bag. After that, we don't see any more of Carrie's shoes during the episode. Episode 9. The first time we see Carrie during this episode, she's at a wedding. We get a quick glimpse of her shoes, and we can see that she's wearing what appears to be strappy black sandals, because she's at a wedding. I believe these sandals are more refined than the previous black strappy platform sandals that we saw her wear during the movie date with the girls, so they are probably something more like a block heel instead of full platforms. Later on in the episode, we get another glimpse of Carrie's shoes when she's at Charlotte's apartment. Here we can see that she's wearing blue open-toe mules, which look very similar to the same mules she wore in episode 4 while on a date with Big. I believe there's a high possibility of them being the same ones. Here she is wearing a dressier outfit, as she was getting ready to go out to a gallery opening with Miranda and Charlotte, which further makes me believe these are the same mules from before, as both situations needed a fancier shoe. Episode 10. In episode 10, Carrie is seen going to a baby shower with the girls. Her outfit is casual but still very chic. She's wearing a purple dress, a black coat, black sunglasses, and a black bag. For shoes, she chose a pair of flower-embroidered flat mules, which brings a cool edge to an otherwise fairly simple outfit. The episode progresses, and we see Carrie wearing a pair of blue running sneakers as she's at a store with Miranda buying a pregnancy test. Her outfit is fairly simple, a gray top and red pants, and given the circumstances and her current pregnancy scare, it's expected that she hasn't put too much thought into her outfit. While getting ready to go to Samantha's party, we see Carrie wearing the same gray house slipper she wore in episode 5. Later on, in the episode, we see her at Samantha's house party, wearing a fabulous red strapless dress and black platform heels. I believe these are the same heels she wore in episode 3. This outfit is chic enough to attend a party, but also fits in well with the fact that the party is at her friend's house, and it's more of an intimate gathering than anything else. We don't see Carrie's shoes after that. However, while collecting information for this video, I found this photo, which is a full-body photo of the whole outfit she's wearing during her last scene in the episode. Here we can see that she's wearing a pair of light brown sandals with a wooden heel. We will actually see a lot more of these sandals next season. Episode 11. Unfortunately, episode 11 didn't give us a lot of shoe shots. The only time we get to see Carrie's shoes is when she's at Big's apartment. She's dressed in a full black outfit with only the open-toe red mules we previously saw her wear in episode 7, bringing color into the otherwise monochrome outfit. Episode 12. We get quite a few shoe shots during the last episode of the season. The first time we see Carrie's shoes is when she is out having ice cream with Miranda. She's wearing gray tailored Bermuda pants, a dark pink top, and red strappy sandals. The outfit is simple, but still stylish, very typical Carrie. Later on, we see her again, this time spotting a more sporty outfit. She's wearing a tracksuit and running sneakers and holding a cup of coffee when she spots Big leaving church with his mother. These are the same sneakers we saw her wear in episode 10. Finally, the last time we see Carrie and her shoes during the season is when she breaks up with Big in front of her apartment. She's wearing a fancy outfit, composed of a white top, a long circle skirt, a blue bag, gloves, and the red open-toe mules we've seen her previously wear during the season. She's wearing this as she got ready, having their upcoming trip in mind. However, things took a different turn, and she ended up not going and breaking up instead. And that is the end of season 1. Roughly, we've seen Carrie wear 24 different shoes throughout the season, all with their very own unique aspects. As promised, I'll rank my top 3 shoes this season. Starting strong with number 3, we have the black platform sandals that she wore on episodes 3 and 10. I personally love platform heels as I think they're super practical, but also very fashionable and chic. Platforms were very popular in the 90s and early 2000s, and brands like Marc Jacobs, Versace, and Melissa made them popular again in the last few years. Moving on to number 2, we have leopard print Jimmy Choo sandals. I love how simple and yet very chic and unique these strappy sandals are. The design and print are unique, and they bring a new edge to any outfit they're paired with. And as for number 1, we have the one and only red open-toe mules. What can I say? They're simple but also so fabulous. Their vibrant red color makes them the center of attention of any outfit, and there's nothing sexier than a good pair of red stiletto heels. So for this season, these are my favorites. If you want to see more or need help building your own Carrie Bradshaw-inspired shoe collection, you can check out my page, where I'm selling exclusive shopping guide lookbooks dedicated to Carrie's footwear. The first edition is already available and covers Season 1 and Season 2. Inside, you'll find 54 hand-drawn illustrations of every visible shoe Carrie wore throughout those seasons. Each illustration is paired with a curated page of modern alternatives you can shop to recreate her iconic looks, like the one currently on screen. There are also bonus top picks pages, where I dive deeper into some of Carrie's standout outfits and explore her evolving style in more detail. The video for Season 2 is coming out in a few days. Until then, thank you for watching and have a wonderful day.